welcome to the Cowboys LA Radio. I'm your host, Eric Trujillo. Back to you with my special guest and co-partner in the podcast, Pedro Trujillo. Thanks for joining me again today, Pedro.
What's up, Eric?
So, yesterday we talked basically our offense, the Cowboys offense versus the Packers D. And at the end of the day, we pretty much came to the conclusion that we're going to score points. They are not going to be able to stop us. So the only way they're going to win this game is one person, one way, one guy, and that's
Aaron Rodgers.
Absolutely. So in the games that you saw, what did you see? What was the things that he did well? How did he score? How did he get open? How did he kill the other defenses?
It's just time, man. I mean, the guy, he's arguably the best quarterback I've ever seen. Maybe outside of Tom Brady. The guy he buys times with his feet, and it's just the movement that he gets in the pocket presence that he has is just amazing, to be honest with you. And it's just you try to get to him, and he moves, and he steps up. Like I was telling you, when he steps up into the pocket is where he does most of his damage. When you can keep him going backwards or sideways is where he's not as effective. But if he's coming up forward and climbing the pocket, as they say, then that's where he beats you. He makes some just throws that maybe 2-3 guys in the NFL can make, if even that. So it's just the offense revolves around him. It's all him pretty much. They have I saw in this game, they have a very good offensive line passing protection. They pass protect very well. Another thing is Montgomery is a wide receiver turned into a running back, but the guy's tough. You got to bring him down. You cannot miss tackles. The Dallas Cowboys have to wrap up and bring the guy down. I know he's a little banged up from the last week's game against the Giants, so thank you, Giants. He's got, I think, a high ankle sprain, I want to say. I know he's a little banged up, but you got to tackle the guy. And they're missing a big part, obviously. They know we'll probably get to it is Jordy, broken ribs. So their guys are Allison, Devontae Adams, and Randall Cobb. So and the tight end.
To feed off of that, you're absolutely right. The thing about Aaron is it's like a laser. Mm-hmm. It's just the pass is just has so much velocity. Yeah. I don't think there's anybody that has an arm like him in the game right now. Yeah. Just the way that if you give him that one little space, bam, it's in there. Mm-hmm. And the thing that I think people don't measure in QBs that Aaron Rodgers does have, it's not like something that you can do at the combine or measure, is his confidence. Yeah. He's just the kind of guy that I hate him as. I think he's hands down the best QB in the game right now. I'm gonna say that. Yeah. Above Tom Brady, who's great, but as far as just straight arm, nobody beats Aaron. And the thing that he has is he's just so confident, so cocky. If you piss him off, it's not one of those things where he's like Cam, where if you piss him off, he's gone off his game and he's done. You piss him off, you shut him down, he just comes back at you a lot harder. I think that's the thing that we have to keep on check. Just every time he goes or he does something well, boom, answer back, score a touchdown, keep him down, not allow him to get hot. Yeah. Because he's gonna make his plays no matter what. He's gonna make his plays. And then to feed off of the Montgomery, last time he only had a couple of carries for 6 yards, but that was like his first time actually playing, because I don't know if you remember, Eddie Lacy was still playing. Yeah. So Eddie Lacy was still playing that game. Montgomery didn't have a big game running, but he had a big game catching the ball against us. And to be honest with you, after watching the Giants game, I'm more concerned with Michael. Yeah. When I saw C-Mac run the ball a little bit, I was like, man, he brings something that Montgomery doesn't. He's a tough guy, right? He's fast, he's powerful. He can take it to the house if he gets through one of those arm tackles. Yeah. So they run, from what I saw, most of the time, they're going 4 wide. Out of shotgun with a running back right next to him, or it goes 5 wide with the tight end, and then three receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. So tell me what you think. Who would you match up if it was up to you? And knowing their receivers, which of our DBs would you put on them? So you got Jared Cook, who's a tight end who didn't play last time. Yep. You got Devontae Adams. You got Randall Cobb. And you still got Montgomery, who could still play receiver if he wants to, and then we got Geronimo Allison. So how would you match them up if it was up to you, if you were the coach?
Honestly, I probably want to put Brandon Carr on the outside with Anthony Brown on the outside, right? And then whoever's inside slot is Orlando Scandrick. I don't know if I feel comfortable bringing Mo back to start just because he's been gone, 8 weeks, 9 weeks?
Right.
Not because I'm trying to say Mo's not good, but I'm sure there is rust and we just don't know how bad the injury is, right?
True.
So I would start those 3 guys, and then if we want to match up and we need somebody to come down in the slot, we got Byron.
Yeah.
We could put Byron on the tight end. I feel comfortable Byron Jones taking their tight end and matching up 1-on-1, So I think we can match up. Again, the most important thing for us is, can David Irving, can DeMarcus Lawrence, can Tyrone Crawford, can Malik Collins, can those guys get the pressure up front to get to the QB? Can we rattle them? Can we drop them? Can we tackle them? Can we drag them down? And like I told you earlier, it has to be where if you miss a tackle on Aaron Rodgers where you have the sack and you miss him, he's going to make you pay. He's going to break, he's going to slip out and hit you for a 35, 40, 50-yard pass. Absolutely. If you miss it. So if you've got the opportunity, you got to wrap up and bring down. You cannot give the guy a second chance because you're not going to survive if you keep letting them do that to you throughout the game.
You're absolutely right. And it's all about matchups. I think what I would do, because whenever I look at these tapes, I look at it as a coach. If I was the coach of the Dallas Cowboys this week, what would I be preaching? Yeah. What strategy would I be bringing? So what I noticed from the last time, because I went back and watched our game with them the last time as well, what I would do and what the Giants did for a little bit and then they backed away from it is what we did and what the Giants did for a little bit and they were successful was they only brought 3.
Mm-hmm.
So they only brought 3 guys, and then so they had an extra man in coverage. Mm-hmm. So me, just scheme wise, this is what I would do. You got Brandon Carr on Devontae Adams. I think that's a great matchup. I think people are saying, "Oh, Jordy Nelson not being out is not that big of a deal." It is because now you can put B. Carr on Devontae Adams, and that's a guy that I kind of feel like if you put B. Carr on Devontae Adams, is not gonna have that big. He'll have a catch or 2. He might have a touchdown, but he's not gonna go crazy on us. Then that allows us to put Scandrick on the Randall Cobb. So now we got 2 of their guys covered. Yep. And now you put whoever you want on that outside, whether it be Mo Claiborne or Anthony Brown. And then you have the luxury of putting Byron Jones over the top. Have that coverage over the top. And then that still gives you, check this out, if we do that, you still have Justin Durant, who's I think is a better cover linebacker from our defense. You got Justin Durant and Sean Lee. Those guys can drop back, spy QB, spy running back, and you got them into their drops. So where you can kind of play like a man zone, where you man up Devontae Adams and B. Carr, you man up Scandrick and I keep forgetting his name, Randall Cobb. Yeah. You bring in Mo and he takes Cook, and then you got Anthony Brown on that alone on the other side. You still have Barry Church you can bring up. Yep. He can be over the top on one side. You got Byron Jones over the top on the other side, and then you got help from either Sean Lee or Durant. Where's he gonna put the ball? Yeah. Right. And then to our defense, if we have those 3 guys down, you can bring T-Mac, you can bring Crawford, you can bring David Irving. Those guys get tired. You have Mayowa. You have our young man in Malik. And then you can put in D-Law. Mm-hmm. So it's a matter of, hey, if you have 3 guys, you're keeping them fresh.
We got a rotation.
Right. You have a sick rotation that you could throw in there. Mm-hmm. And then you still have Cedric Thornton. You still have Jack Crawford. Mm-hmm. And if you want, you still have, you could even throw in Wilbur in there if you want. Yeah. So you have 3 guys that are just going after Aaron. 3 guys fresh. Yeah. Because I don't think they're going to run the ball on us. They're going to try. So, and we got to shut it down right away. Right? Uh-huh. So when you look at it like that, when you think about it like that, and then you said, what did you say about keeping them in the pocket?
It's just that you got to keep them parallel. Like, so if he climbs a pocket is where he does most of his damage. So as soon as he drops back and he feels the pressure and he starts to slide up the pocket, that's where he makes those throws. Right. If you got him falling backwards, I mean, he can still make some ridiculous throws. Don't tell me, I'm not trying to say he can't make them, but if he's falling back or dropping back or moving sideways, it's a little bit harder. I mean, he still makes throws, but I feel more comfortable him maybe missing a throw that needs more touch than him going up and climbing, right. Or sitting in the pocket right. with no pressure coming around. Because I did see that from the Bears a couple times where he sat there, throw. You can have Deion Sanders out there if you're out there trying to cover for 7 seconds, somebody's gonna be open.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. I think when I break down that plan to you and I say we have all these guys in coverage, we have 6 guys in coverage, plus our 2 linebackers who could still drop back in coverage. If you make them one-dimensional, and then you can just push that pocket with Malik right up the middle. Don't let him step up the way you said. Keep backing him up. That's kind of how the Giants got their sacks. They put pressure up the middle. He kept backing up, and then the ends would just break free and eventually get him through. I like our chances. As much as people are saying that he's going to throw all over us this time around, I like our chances of stopping us. If they do that scheme, if they get that extra help, 6 guys to cover, he's going to have to play pinpoint.
Yeah.
Do you think that the stadium is going to make a difference?
I think so. When you're winning, people want to be there. So I just think that with that, they've been a real crowd. I think me and you both said it. Last year we went 4-12. You really didn't hear the crowd as much, or there was the opposite fans there. So it was kind of rough. But now that we're winning, you can hear the crowd. The crowd, you can tell, is different. You can hear them, but. I'm sure that there'll be Packer fans. The Packer fans travel pretty well. They're like the Steelers fans. They're like Cowboy fans. They travel. They travel well. So I'm sure they'll be there. So hopefully the faithful people out in Dallas are on full force cheering the Cowboys on. Make a difference out there.
That's the one thing that I'm banking on. I think that's the third thing. I think we talked about their offense, their defense, our offense, our defense. We talked about how we can maybe exploit them on special teams. And the confidence that we have in Dan Bailey to make a game-winning field goal if need be. But that last thing, last time it was Lambeau Field, it was Ice Bowl 2. This time it's on our house, it's on our terms, and we have the fans can actually make an impact. He can cause them if he can't communicate on third down, then that's gonna make it a lot harder for him to make anything happen.
And that's the one thing that in watching the film too, they didn't turn the ball over. They did not turn the ball over. If you watch the last 4, 5, 6 games, Aaron Rodgers, not that there wasn't opportunities, but the teams didn't capitalize. A ball might have hit you and you dropped it. Yeah. But so they didn't have turnovers. So that's big. Yeah. That's a big thing. So I think if our defense can get 1 turnover, I think we can win this game. I think if we can get at least 1, 2 for sure. I think if we get 2, we're gonna win this football game. So I'm excited about, and you know what? One thing I'm really excited about is Sean Lee's gonna get that first chance to play. He didn't play in that 2014 season. People don't remember that he was out. Everybody remembers he had that torn ACL in camp and missed that whole playoff, that great run that we had with Romo at 12-4 and DeMarco Murray, and he didn't play. So I'm really pumped to get him. I'm sure he's fired up, ready to go. Durant
was there too, so it's nice to know that Durant was there, Dez was there, obviously Tony was there, the line was there. There's a lot of things where people can say that it doesn't matter anymore. I think the players have said that. But to you, if you had a chance to go to the Super Bowl and it was robbed from you, they gotta come with that fire. Yeah. I think that's something that Dak and Zeke bring. They bring like this extra, especially Zeke, this extra something that just kind of says we're gonna push this over the top. We're gonna punk you this time.
Yeah.
And so, with that said, give me a prediction. Give me your prediction. We're coming down here on the last minute. What do you think the score is gonna be? We're gonna be happy Sunday night. What do you think?
I want to say
gut feeling.
28-24 Cowboys. If we don't turn the ball over, that's my prediction. If we turn the ball over, I don't think we win this football game. You can't give Aaron Rodgers extra possession. So that's my prediction.
Here's what I think, and here's what I'm praying for our heroes as we wind up. We receive the ball. We're always against receiving the ball, but this time I want to receive the ball.
Yeah.
I want to drive down, take 6 minutes off the clock, score a touchdown with Zeke, and punch him in the mouth. And I think if we do that, stop them at least one time, like you said, and then keep the run game going, I honestly think we're going to win this game 42-21. I don't think people are just kind of blinded by what they just saw, but that was the Giants. That's not the Cowboys. We're a better team. They beat us, but we're a better team than them all around. Hey, Pedro, thanks for joining me for this podcast. Hopefully this is not our last one of the season, and we'll be in touch with you guys. And remember, if you're in Whittier, Uptown Whittier in California, stop by the Sage in Uptown Whittier for a chance to win a Dak Prescott jersey. Everybody have a good one. Watch the game. Let's go Cowboys.